Hola everyone, ¿cómo están? Today I'm going to basically just be doing a chit chat, but I'm going to be talking about seminary. So I'm enrolled in seminary school. I start really soon, and so yeah, that's literally all the video is about. If you don't know what seminary is, the way that I kind of view it is seminary school is like a graduate program where you take different classes like Old Testament, New Testament, everything related to the Bible to prepare you for ministry. Or I feel like a lot of people who are in ministry already take it. So the difference between this and maybe like a Bible college is that I think, because I've never been to a Bible college like Moody or anything like that, but I think the difference is that with like Bible colleges or Christian universities, there's other majors that can help prepare you to be a light in like secular spaces. So you can go to like a Christian university and your major could be like biology or something. You can get your degree and everything that you need to work towards becoming a doctor. But then you're also going to be taking like Bible classes and stuff, which I think is amazing. And yeah, like I said, it kind of helps you and trains you and prepares you to be a light in secular workspaces. With seminary school, it's not like that. It's all like ministry focused. When you go, it's typically because you want to be in ministry or you just really love God and want to learn more about the Bible. But that's kind of how I view it. My current major is theological essentials. We'll just put it like that. It's not super complicated, but I don't want to explain it. So and then why I'm going to seminary is, like I said, well, I didn't say it, but the reason I'm going to seminary school is to prepare me for ministry, so that I can be like effective and really know the Bible, like context and all of that, so that it can just prepare me to be in ministry capacities, like maybe serving full time at church or whatever the Lord, has for me, essentially. Um, my expectations going in, I expect it to be very difficult. Personally, I've never done like papers and assignments at a graduate level. So I've been told that I'm a very like studious person. So, and if the Lord is in it, I will be able to do it. But yeah, I expect it to be very hard because, I'm not like a teenager, like fresh out of high school, just going into this where I don't have to work or anything like that. I still have another job, and then I still have all of my, responsibilities and stuff. Not that it's a lot, but I just mean I have my personal responsibilities. I have church responsibilities. So I think that I do expect it to be hard in terms of like time management too, especially when you come off of work. For me, like I come off of work, and whether it's a good day or a bad day, I'm tired. So the last thing that I really want to do is like homework and stuff, but I know that it will be worth it. And then also trying to balance that out with other things. For instance, ahora yo quiero aprender español. I'm trying, that was saying that I want to learn Spanish, but I'm trying to like really learn Spanish. I think the language is just muy bonita. Um, and I have like, tengo muchas amigas who speak Spanish. Or, yeah, amigas, pero like coworkers too. So I'm trying to still keep up with that, but obviously, if I'm back in school, there's just going to be like certain things I have to prioritize. So I expect it to be hard. Um, One of my expectations is that I learn a lot, but that it also is not just like head knowledge. It's something that really impacts me and changes the way that I like treat others, how I minister to other people. Those are my expectations. I expect it to be hard, but I also expect it to grow me a lot spiritually. What classes am I taking? Right now, I'm only taking one class. I'm starting off with Old Testament. I want to see what the workload looks like for a full 3 credit class. So, after the semester, I'll kind of decide like how many classes I could take, and it will depend on if I can get a scholarship or not, because I'm going to, I will just have to like budget carefully and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm taking Old Testament to start off with. I purchased all of the Libros already, but I'm waiting on one that doesn't come until later. I think it doesn't come until like, it'll come after I've had my first class. So I'm going to try and find that one in the library. But I wanted to show you guys the books that I literally just got today. This one is by David M. Howard Jr., and it's called An Introduction to the Old Testament Historical Books. One of the things I'm like muy sorprendido, like I'm very surprised about, is the like size of the book. It's actually much smaller than I would expect. I kind of view like seminary as they give you these like big stack of books and it's just like so much study and stuff, but this actually like is doable. Granted, there's 3 books already for one class, so keep that in mind. The other one, a little bigger, is by John H. Um, Sailhamer. I don't know how to pronounce his name, but it's called the Pentateuch. I forget how to pronounce it. The Pentateuch as Narrative. I feel like that wasn't correct how I pronounced it. But yeah, these are the 2 books that I have right now. The other book is called, I'll put it in the description box below. It's actually one that I got on Hoopla already, so I've already started reading it. But it looks at like Messianic prophecies and stuff in the Old Testament. And then I also got a whole Bible, NIV. I got it at our orientation. They gave it to us. So I'm like, muy feliz. I'm really happy because I have a lot of Bibles already, but this one can be more specific for my studies. So I'm happy to have that like separation. But so that's the class I'm taking. Um, what do I want to learn? These are questions I wrote. What do I want to learn, and how do I want seminary to change me? Um, for me, I really want to learn about historical context, and I think the more you know with the historical context, the more it kind of informs your reading, and it opens your eyes to see how real and how human these people actually are. It's like you can put yourself in their shoes the more context and stuff that you know. So yeah, I just want to learn about the Bible enough to be really like confident in what I know of it, that I can share it with others. Not that I'm not it's not that I'm not really confident now to share with others, but I just think just knowing that context, like understanding Jewish history, for instance, just I don't know, the more that you know, the more that you're able to really understand. Like I said, it really helps inform your reading. And so that's what I'm looking forward to, is seeing things that I previously didn't see in the Bible that were there all along, but I didn't have the tools. Um, I want to go back to, well, yeah, it's kind of partly what are my expectations and what do I want to learn. But something that I'm realizing is, for me, when I do my Bible studies, I basically just look at, sorry, my eyes are like bothering me. I do look at the context and stuff, right? But this is what my study basically looks like. I pick a book of the Bible or I pick a topic. Let's say that I pick a book of the Bible. Usually in the front of the, let me pull this one out. This is my, this whole shelf, by the way, is like my Bible stuff. But then I have some other Bible things in my prayer closet. Okay. So for instance, let's say that I'm studying Joshua. It always has in a lot of Bibles, it shows you like the author, date, written, content, all of that. I would say that that's like generally where I start, right? And then I read, I look for, themes, I'm underlining stuff. I use Bible Project, I use Bible Hub for commentary. And sometimes I look at the, is it called lexicon? Like sometimes I look at the Greek and Hebrew words if it's something that I'm really, really trying to understand. So that's basically that's how far my level of studying goes, right? But I've learned, even just from doing orientation and having like a tour of the campus and stuff, when I was in the library and everything, and even as I started reading one of the books, when it comes to writing papers and stuff for this class, I think it's going to be a lot more than just like the Bible Hub and the underlining themes. Obviously, that's very important because I do believe that if we're praying and asking the Holy Spirit to open our eyes, then when we read the Bible, He reveals it to us. So I'm not talking about like just relying on all of these other things, but what I notice is that there's certain texts and things that you don't even have access to unless you're enrolled into a university. And so I think that the level of Bible study, I expect it to be different, and I also expect to learn more about how to really research and study something rigorously. I have even more admiration for like Bible scholars now. As a side note, I never ever expected to be in seminary. I always thought that seminary would be boring. I thought that it would like dull my passion for the Word of God because you're just being forced to like study and look at so much. I thought it would for sure tire me out, so it was never in my plans to enroll into a seminary school. I also thought that seminary was only for pastors, like most of the people that I hear that go to seminary, it's because they want to be a pastor. But then I have a friend of mine, she's the one that introduced me to the seminary that I'm now enrolled in. And yeah, she's not a pastor or anything like that, and she went and took the classes, and she just wanted to be more equipped for ministry and really taking the time to understand the word. So I think that that's going to be amazing. When I was in the library, I was like super, super excited. And yeah, I just think that you have access to like different texts and historical documents that you don't normally get access to, and that's amazing that I'm going to be getting to use those kinds of things for research, but also just for like deeper biblical study. So yeah, how do I want seminary to change me? I never want to like walk away from this. Like I take seminary and then I'm at graduation. I never want to be at that spot and then it's like I just learned a bunch of things and I never applied it. So my goal like in life is to be more like Jesus, to love like him, to know him more, to be obedient to him. But for people when they see me, that they really see Jesus in me. So I want it to change me in terms of making me more like Jesus, and that's just it. You know, I don't need more head knowledge, not because I know everything, not because I'm super smart, but just because it doesn't profit me anything to know all of this stuff and never apply it. So yeah, that's literally my hope going in. But I wanted to just share that with you guys. I do kind of want to make more videos just documenting my journey in seminary, just to see how it goes. You know, I have no idea what the future holds. I don't even really know if it will work out or not. But I definitely want to document to see what my journey is. So I would love for you guys to come along with me. If you have any questions, you can let me know in the comments below. If you guys have any video suggestions, things that you really want to see, you can also let me know. And I will talk to you in my next video. Adios.